Hello, YouTube. I want to give you some tips if you're homeless or housing insecure and you're having to sleep in your car. And this applies especially to people who are victims of crime and domestic violence or sexual abuse or assault. Do not write letters or send any form of correspondence to authorities asking for help with any of your legal concerns or housing needs or anything like that in the United States. Because what they'll do is they're not going to help you. First off, they will not help you in any way. And secondly, they will flag your driver's license in the Department of Public Safety system in association with your name if you use your name and your address, your past address, etc. So that if law enforcement has contact with you, they'll scrutinize you and every person in your entourage and ask you and them, whether they're adults or children, if you are homeless. I have seen this happen to people. Law enforcement does not help these individuals who are affected by these circumstances. They will double down and they will cite them. They'll give them tickets and give them a hard time. They will abuse them. And they will touch them without consent. They'll search your vehicle if you're staying in your vehicle. If you park in an area for too long, especially at stores like Walmart, depending on the management team that's there, if you don't see a lot of other overnight parking people there and you're sleeping in your car, or you're staying at businesses in a rich area, make sure you're moving every day. Don't park out there all day in the same place. Move around. Don't have any unique identifiers on your vehicle. If you have any kind of hazard tape or unique bumper stickers, anything that can help people who are looking at your vehicle externally to discern that that's the same vehicle and not another vehicle that's just like it. You don't want your vehicle to stick out. You don't want your housing to stick out. If you're in a specific type of housing and you're housing insecure, you don't have regular access to utilities, or you're living out of your car having to shower at the gym, you do not want to park in the same place every day unless you're absolutely sure they're not going to bother you. And you do not want to have any kind of unique markings on your car, like business signage or anything like that. Because after a while, because they're so hyper vigilant about getting stolen from some of these stores, especially larger retailers, they're going to have asset protection flag your vehicle and have law enforcement go out there and check you out. And they'll call 2 or 3 other patrol cars to come and bother you and question you and question everybody in your car extensively and touch you without consent and search your vehicle. And the irony is that you can be like that and then have somebody who's sleeping on the ground outside who's crazy out of their mind with their clothes and bags, sleeping on the curb and shouting in the middle of the night. And the police will not bother that person, but they'll bother the person who's sleeping in their car. I witnessed this happen to someone. And the police don't help those individuals. They will order you to move to another parking space or another parking lot. Walmart security will order the individual to move to another parking lot. And it's just continual displacement. If they suspect, even for a moment, that you're sleeping in your car, and that you're homeless, and that's your permanent residence, at least temporarily, they will give you such a hard time simply for that one suspicion. It's not legal for them to ask you to move if it's not a metered parking lot, but they do it. That's why it's important that your vehicle doesn't stick out. I've seen it. I've seen homeless people be forced to move many times. And my advice to you, if you're able to work, is to get showers at a gym for $10 a month or $20 a month. Stay local to a gym and get a job working as many hours as you possibly can so you can save money and buy a tiny home, even if it's something that needs a lot of work, needs restorative work. You can do it. It's a lot better than just giving up and sleeping out on the curb and getting rained on, having hail hit you, having the sun cook you in the summer. Look for tiny homes. Stuff that's either like a shed that you can put on a flatbed and customize inside, buy for just a few $1,000s, or it's something that really needs to be worked on a lot. It's nasty. It's got maybe a little bit of dry rot or mold or something. You can tear that material out a lot of the time, and you can renovate those structures, those old structures that are small. Something that's small and sustainable so you can keep your utility costs down. You can do it. You can get out of the condition that you're in. But you have to work sustainably, and you're going to have to work a lot. It's going to be a lot of hours you're going to be working to pay your bills and cover your needs. But don't ever stay in one place for too long. Never stay in the same parking space day after day, especially when the parking lot is empty. If there's businesses that are open in that area, and you're parked in front of an open business, and they see you or your stuff sitting outside in the parking lot day after day for more than one day, they will, a lot of the time, they'll either come out there with security to bother you or they'll call the police on you.